Welcome, everyone, to San Antonio by Night, Blood Gambit, Episode 8. Where we had left off, our coterie was dividing up for the week. They decided that there were some projects that they needed to do, personal and otherwise, that required a little bit of attention. Dante and Squatch had been put on a investigation assignment by Jacob to check out this crime scene that seemed to require their attention. During the rest of the week, there's some preparations to be had regarding the industry night and the new moon celebration from Alysse. And a tunnel to be dug underneath Baron Jameson's domain under the Mission Concepcion. So, among all of these things, these kindred need to know more about who surrounds them. And so, some investigating is to be had over the course of the week. Early the following night, after getting the information from Jacob, Dante and Squatch have made their way to a crime scene nearby to them. I'm a little light on the details as to what it is I told you, so maybe we can do a little bit of a refresher here.
So, the information that Jacob was given, that he passed on, was it was a homicide case on Jesus Calderon Ramirez. The scene was reasonably clean. They had witnesses and a partial print. The victim was from the same criminal gang as Jesus, and Jesus was the gang leader.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, there wasn't a lot of information to go on.
Okay. So when you both arrive to the home, it's a little overgrown in the yard, but otherwise looks like a sort of shack in the middle of nowhere, in a way. Isolated for the most part. The building itself, though, is surrounded in police tape. The door closed, it looks like a lock placed on it, and while you don't see anyone immediately, you imagine that the police do come and, from time to time, make sure that nothing's run amiss. But it's very obvious that this place is closed because of the crime scene, the investigation going on here. So, what do you do?
I'd probably park a little bit around the side of the street and walk up with Squatch, carrying my bag, all the things I need to do an investigation.
First thing going to happen is going to take a look around, see if there's any cameras on the outside.
Okay, make me a wits awareness.
I can assist.
You can assist.
I'm also going to be using heightened senses for this, because why not?
A Nosferatu with heightened senses. You are an unusual amongst your kin.
He's got to have something to help.
Are you satisfied with 3?
I'll push it a little bit. It says no.
Fair enough. Looking around, nothing obvious.
Alright, cool.
You see what
Oh.
maybe the only indication is that you see a device near the door that may be a doorbell camera, but you're not certain from this distance 100%, but it looks like the usual fare. But otherwise nothing obvious.
Well, you want to go in through the front or you want to go in through the back?
Let's go into the back.
Are you doing so obviously or with stealth?
As stealthily as possible.
As stealthy as possible. So go ahead and make a dexterity stealth, both of you.
Okay.
Not my best roll, oh no.
Not bad for Squatch. A little less so for Dante. But you both feel confident that you're making your way stealthily. Making your way around to the back of the building. The back of the building is a little bit more overgrown when it comes to the lawn here. Some of the trees have gotten a little wild. The fence is a little overgrown with some weeds. The lawn looks like it hasn't been mowed in weeks.
How long ago did this crime happen? Murder?
I would look down at the paper.
Several days ago at most.
A few days ago.
Less than a week for sure.
Well then. Yeah, I'm just gonna make note of that. Start heading up to the back door. Hood up as always.
Okay. The back door seems to have the same police tape and a deadbolt lock on it.
It's gonna be stupid because I know it's gonna be locked, but I'm gonna try to open the door first. Just in case.
Doesn't give. What I mean by deadbolt, I mean a padlock. One's been installed.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks
Well-
fairly obvious that it was installed maybe by the police force in that it is not the same, obviously not the same styles as you would expect the home to have.
Yeah. It's not one of them fancy tech ones, is it?
High or low?
Shit. Low clan low.
It is one that you are familiar with. It's not one of those.
Here's a question. Since I'm part of the people that usually go to investigate these things, would it be a key that I have?
You had not been assigned to this case, so the likelihood of having that would be...
I didn't know if they had universal.
No. Every padlock comes with its own set of keys. And you have not been provided with the keys to this one. Now, that isn't to say that you haven't spent time to go and, forge one or anything, but you came directly after the fact, so the time you might have spent getting a key is very limited.
Just a thought.
I'm gonna pick it.
You're gonna pick it. That
Okay,
is
good.
going to be a dexterity larceny.
Plus my lockpicking specialty.
Yes,
Yay.
indeed, since you have one.
I'm trying so hard not to rouse for any.
Oh,
Really? Really? That's getting re-rolled.
you can fix the messy crit unless you want to keep it.
I would rather take fixing the messy crit over what would happen from that.
Okay, so that reduces it to five successes instead of messy on 8 crit. So 5 successes is successful though. You take your tools. You probably even have one of those lock-picking tool sets that you get off of like big box, websites like Amazon or something. And you successfully loose the lock. It comes undone. You slide the little metal panel away, and you have unlocked this lock. But
The door itself is still locked, isn't it?
yes, but it's not a padlock. It is just a house lock.
Just going to shake his head and pick the next one.
Okay, another Dex larceny with lock picking. Okay, 4 will do it. And the door creaks open.
Gonna open it maybe a little bit faster, or not fast enough to slam it on anything, just to get rid of the creaking.
There you go. It is wide open.
After you.
Dante will just start to walk in and give a quick look around.
The scent of bleach and cleaner permeates this place thoroughly. That's the first thing that you notice as you walk in. The second thing that you notice as you walk in is that you are in the kitchen area of this particular place. It's relatively small. You see the furniture's in place. You see, looks like everything is left just as the homeowner had left it. So, in going about the place, you can see that that it looks lived in, at least. It's not 100% clean, but you imagine that the chemical smell here is kind of wafting from other rooms in the house.
I'll do a quick walkthrough and take a look at each room before I start investigating.
Okay. It looks to be a 1-floor home. The house has a kitchen, a single bedroom, a hallway that leads to it, a single bathroom. Kitchen's pretty standard with, stove, microwave, dishwasher, plenty of counter space. It's actually kind of spacious now that you think about it. Refrigerator, the usual fare of a single family home, single 1-bedroom home. It's got the utility closets you'd expect. You see, breaker boxes, things like that. It is kind of dark as you get into the interior of the place.
Well, I just could flick on my eyes so I can see.
Yeah.
Squatch has heightened senses up, so.
Mm-hmm. Heightened senses will allow you to see a little bit better in the darkness. Are you using Eyes of Oblivion?
Yes.
Okay. The thing you notice when you open your eyes to the veil of the spirit world is that there is a spirit here. One replaying a memory, it looks like. And as you enter into the bedroom, you see the spirit struggling against something as it's pitting her against the bed. You don't see the other figure. You just see the struggle before she died.
And the spirit I'm seeing is female?
Yes. Screaming, crying out, choking. Eventually, before the quote-unquote body of the girl goes limp, before it all replays again.
Okay. Where do I find that the bleach smell is the most significant?
The cleaner smell is definitely coming from this room.
Can I see if the spirit is anchored? Use binding fetter.
Okay. You're searching for the fetter for the spirit?
Yeah, see if there's anything that's locked. Oh.
Okay. That is a ritual, is it not, or is it just a power?
I think it's just a power.
Binding fetter is just a power.
Okay. Does it require a rouse? I don't
Free.
remember.
Nope, it's free.
Okay. So in activating this power, this allows you to see the threads that tie things of a spiritual nature to an object, typically. That object is typically something very important to them, or an object that, in their moment of passing, was significant as well. And what you find is that this replay, this spirit, is attached to the bed itself. You see the strings of pure spiritual energy just kind of lashing it to the various pieces of the bed frame, as if the strings are, in a sense, restraining it.
So not any particular piece of the bed that I could remove?
No, it looks like this is the whole thing might be the object of fetter.
Damn.
What you see in there?
And you see his eyes have gone black, Squatch. It's like there's nothing in his eyes anymore.
I'm watching the replay. There's a spirit stuck here. I was hoping to bring it out of here and maybe let it get a little bit of vengeance. But it's bound to the bed. That's not something exactly I can remove.
Well, I mean, we could, it'd just take a lot of time. It would be highly fucking suspicious.
I suppose I should get to work then.
Let me know what you need me to do.
Just follow me around and be a second set of eyes. I'd like to work and talk out loud. See what we can find. Then I'll crack open my kit and I'll start getting to work and do a thorough examination of this area, of the whole house, but I'll start in the bedroom.
Okay. So aside from the evidence that's already been claimed from this crime scene, what more are you looking to find?
I'm looking to find anything that they missed.
Okay. So anything that they missed may be of a high difficulty.
And anything that would contradict what they find.
Okay. So in that case, that's going to be... And how long are you willing to spend on this? Is it a matter of hours, matter of days?
Probably, like, I'm going to spend as much time as I need to do a proper workup.
Okay.
So
'Cause-
out, like, you know, they'll probably spending the whole night here.
The whole night here? Okay. So given that, go ahead and make a resolve investigation then.
I can assist.
And I will rouse.
Okay.
And
Are you
I'll,
satisfied with 9? Or 5,
No.
rather?
Go into willpower 3.
Okay. Okay. So 7 successes.
I owe you that.
Maybe the reason it was missed is because it's something that you overhear. The spirit, as it continues to replay, from time to time looks as if it's looking over at you, but still caught in that loop. But you overhear it to say, Jesus. Maybe confirming that the person in question, according to the evidence, is indeed the culprit. But it's not something that you can necessarily prove. Aside from that, this place is spotless. Everything that was here has been cleaned. Even the evidence that you had, that the police had previously found, has been swept up. The indication where there may have been a print before, has been wiped away. The crime scene cleaners looked to already have been through this place.
That'll annoy Dante a little bit. He hates when they clean a crime scene before the case is over. Sweeps away any possibilities of new discoveries.
Thinking about it, Dante, though, it could be that this wasn't the police who cleaned it. Perhaps the only reason that they found a partial print was because the crime scene had been cleaned once before. And maybe a second time. Almost certainly a second time. Because the prints and the print that was found has been swept away. And in the time that you've been here, you have seen the occasional cop car start, and the occasional cop car go passing by.
Now, I'm new to this, but Dante would know. Is there any way that I can talk to the spirit and get it to come with me and free it from this place. Free it from its loop.
So perhaps that's the one thing you haven't tried yet, is to actually speak to it. Not that it would necessarily require any kind of ritual, but you could always try something of that sort. I think that there's a ritual called Compel Spirit. You could always try that, because it doesn't seem to acknowledge you except by looking at you from time to time when you say, "Hey, excuse me, hello."
Okay. Good. Yeah, I have Bell Spirit.
So you are free to try and use Compel Spirit to see if it will stop as part of your investigation tonight.
Okay. It's okay, I do have it set right. It's resolved in Oblivion.
And it does require a rouse check, I believe.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. And I take a stain.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
Reaching into the void. A bit of that blackness almost seems to coat your fingers in a way. Squatch, you don't see anything, but it looks as if maybe Dante, as he's performing this ritual, is looking at his hand as if he's smeared the vitae that he's been using as part of this ritual across his hand. But there's nothing there.
No modifiers?
No modifiers. We'll just see how it lands. Okay, so 3.
Am I allowed to willpower?
Yes. Because it is a ritual check, you can willpower it. Okay. So 4 will get you there. So what does this ritual look like? Compel Spirit usually means that you're finding a way to somehow threaten the fetter of the spirit to do as you please. So how are you going about this, given what you know?
Dante's probably just going to talk like he normally does. He doesn't understand why things are scared of him. He just knows that when he talks like this, it works. So he's just menacing for no particular reason. Probably offers the spirit a chance to maybe get even.
Okay.
Not be powerless. Come with him.
And I imagine, since the bed frame is the fetter that you've discovered from this spirit, I imagine you put a little bit of your weight on the thing to make it creak, as if maybe if you stepped hard enough it would break. Thus removing the spirit from the fetter itself and maybe into whatever oblivion waits it. And it pauses as you stare menacingly, looking as if you're going to destroy the thing that's linking it here. And it cries out to you when you're looking at it, saying, "Don't." Don't do that. Revenge how?
I can make you stronger. And I can help bring justice to the one that did this to you.
I want him dead.
Well, the death penalty is something that can happen for this case.
That requires that I wait. And be patient.
Hmm. If I can give you the strength, maybe we can work something out. You can't be seen. You can get your revenge.
Right now you're threatening me. What do you want?
Loyalty.
Loyalty is what got me killed.
You just gave loyalty to the wrong person.
Well, if you can move this thing without breaking it. Then I suppose I have no choice but to go with you.
Now, I can't bind it to anything else, can I?
I don't know that binding fetter allows you to do so, to change the fetter of something. I'm not aware of any rituals that would allow you to do that either.
Well, because, like, I remember, like, in Derek's game, like, say, the werewolf spirit, she bound it to a key.
Because it was a free spirit. It didn't have a fetter.
Yeah, I was hoping that with Compel Spirit I could bind it to something of mine.
This would kind of be going into a bit of homebrew territory, and I'm not super familiar with Oblivion rituals in general. Unless there's Oblivion ritual that can actually do that for you.
I don't know, I can look it up.
Unless anybody
There
else
is one.
knows.
It's called Bind the Spirit.
Bind the Spirit?
Yeah,
if I remember.
Yeah, there is a ceremony for it. It's high level, very high fucking cost. There is a slim chance that you can convince it to go into something. Slim chance, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But, no, to fully bind it to something else,
It's like a
without trying
level
to
5
persuade it, there
ceremony.
is-
Something like that.
Yeah.
Level
Level
4.
four or
It's
5.
like a
Okay.
level 4. And, yeah, it requires, if I remember correctly, a human sacrifice.
Oh. Well, speaking of the material components for Compel Spirit, I think it just requires the fetter and the rouse check, right? Okay.
Yeah, Bind Spirit I'm looking at on the one website I use. I don't know if it says anything else, but it says 1 rouse check, possible stains.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Sounds good.
possible stains are from either getting a 10 or a 1 on
Yeah, the Oblivion
rouse
rouse check roll.
Possibly more depending on what ceremony you want. Compel Spirit.
Well, no, the possible stains comes from the human sacrifice.
Well,
Well,
that too.
I'm talking in general.
Yeah. The human
in
sacrifice
general, yeah.
for rebinding it
Binding.
could also cause
Yeah.
stains too.
Yeah.
But you're
No,
welcome.
you can try to convince it.
You're welcome to try a persuasion roll. Since you do not have that ceremony at your disposal as of right now.
Luckily, the spirit technically isn't a human anymore, so obvious predator doesn't really
affect it, yeah.
Since it's scared of me and I'm intimidating, could I do an intimidation check instead?
To intimidate it into something new?
Yeah, it's a higher dice pool.
They might depend. What are you... So the intimidation roll would be is you're feigning as if you're going to break its fetter anyway. So that's how it would come across.
I'm going to basically tell it that this is going to eventually be broken and removed when the house is sold. That it needs to come with me if it wants any chance at this.
That's not an intimidation, that's a persuasion. An intimidation is you're threatening to end its current existence.
I would say that, but say...
Yeah, intimidation is you're being a dick about it. It's your choice.
I was more trying to make it so that, like, it doesn't have a choice for the intimidation. Is where I was going with that.
So explain to me how you would intimidate without trying to break its fetter.
That I would leave it here to be destroyed eventually. Leave it to its fate.
I still don't think so. Yeah.
Fine, I'll be a dick about it. Leaving you here is a waste. Come with me. This will be broken eventually. All I'll do is speed up the process.
Causing it to creak a little bit more underfoot. Yep, so charisma, intimidation. Or manipulation.
Could I do Yeah, I was about to say try manipulation if I can. Because I am trying to manipulate the shit out of it.
I know it's a dumb question, but can I assist?
What are you going to do to assist? You're hearing him talk to the air, you don't hear anything.
Yeah, I know. But it sounds as if he's threatening the bed.
Mm.
And
He's
so
like
just
talking to the bed, yes.
Yeah, he's talking to the bed. So Squatch is effectively seeing him threaten the bed. He's gonna pull out a knife and go over and just kind of hold up against the wood. Like he's threatening to scratch or something. Or carve into it.
Cut you, man.
So I kind of want to see what Squatch's intimidation roll in this effect will be, because that will determine whether it successfully applies. Because you can't see the thing, you don't know what he's talking to.
Yep.
But can you successfully intimidate thin air?
Roll to intimidate the bed.
Essentially so.
Intimidation plus what now?
And in your case, it would be charisma. because
Oh.
you see
you
nothing
What
to
about-
manipulate.
love this.
What about strength or dexterity because of the knife work and getting ready?
It's
'Cause this
still
is more of a physical show.
it is, but can Squatch convince thin air that it's actually threatening it and
I
not
tried,
just
Raven.
something else?
You know what? As fun as it would be to rouse for this, one, I don't trust my check, and two, this is gonna be funny regardless. 2 dice.
1 success. Your intimidation to the bed? I'm gonna say the assist isn't gonna be that effective, so a 0 on the assist.
I tried.
You
It's
tried.
still funny.
You tried. Are you satisfied with 3?
No, I'm going to reroll the 2 because I want this to happen. Nope, I have to be the 3.
It obviously doesn't want you to break the bed. But it is also finding it very hard. So you pull out something of a fetter that you maybe have used on other spirits before.
I have a necklace with different pendants and stuff on it.
It can't let go. It's screaming out, trying to convince you to stop, but as soon as as soon as it attempts to try and connect with your necklace, it's finding it difficult. It can't. And so when you apply more pressure and more pressure to the bed, eventually the frame cracks underneath both of your weight. And the thing is gone.
Too bad. At least it's not stuck here.
Now, you want to tell me why we were trying to threaten a bed?
There was a spirit stuck here in a loop of pain and anguish, reliving its last moments over and over. I was trying to free it and bring it with me, but it did not want to let go.
You're gonna have to teach me how you see these things. And there's still a very confused look on his face.
He's just going to turn and look at you with the black eyes. Are you sure you want to learn how to do this? Because it is a family secret.
And they just look menacing hollow sockets, almost.
Oh, I mean, it's that, or, I heard one of the things I can do, get more into it, can do similar, but...
It's also the kind of thing that isn't for the lighthearted. There are consequences with messing with this, and I'm probably going to face some of those tonight.
Either way, it'd be a lot better than just standing here watching you talk to nothing. I mean,
I've heard of others that can see spirits that not have my particular set of powers.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have that exact ability. I've got kind of the grouping it comes from. I haven't leaned into it much. Maybe I should.
You'd at least be able to see them, just not control them like I do.
Because, see, while you say you're talking to a spirit, I really have no way of... Look, it's I want to believe you, but when there's nothing there on my end.
Hmm. It's always not always easy to see these things either. You might want to consider it a blessing that you don't have to see where everything has died.
I mean, I could think of a few dozen other ways that could actually help me out, but...
We'll see what the blood does, if it lets you eventually. If it does, maybe I can teach you something.
Yeah, we'll see. Get anything out of it? Aside from a now broken bed frame?
Confirmation of who did this. No hard evidence. This place was cleaned too well.
Oh, that's a shame. You wanna go poking
Yeah.
around some of the other rooms before we head out then?
Did I just do this room or did I do the whole house?
You've done the whole house. And this is all you found.
I don't see anything else in the house that investigate. Should probably just lock up on our way out. Go see Jake. Mr.
Well,
Levit's.
That was the plan. I mean, locking up at least.
Levitt. Sorry. Maybe stop for a bite to eat on the way back.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Meant to do it on the way over here, but kinda got excited seeing what you could do.
My apologies. I
That
did not
and
know
not
that you
that
were hungry.
not as bad as it has been, thankfully.
I do not know your particular proclivities, but I just have to stop by work and do a couple of things. Should I drop you off and then pick you back up?
Your place of work and any kind of like housing development?
There might be one nearby.
I can try there.
Okay. Then I'm going to head off, or after we lock up, head off to feed real quick and then go back to Haven.
Okay.
Yep.
You both can make me a hunting roll. That will be the end of your night. Because you did spend the whole night here, essentially. You maybe
Yeah.
have time for one feed. Okay, so it's 4 for Squatch. So I believe is the aim here. Yes, it's difficulty 4. So Squatch, you are successful. And so is Dante. So you are all both able to successfully feed, which would conclude your evening. So I think what we'll do is we'll come around to what maybe Jacob's doing at the beginning of the week.
So Jacob at the beginning of the week is looking at just doing work. Covering his day job. And maybe touching base with a friend of his named Dion.
Ah, tell us a little bit about Dion.
Dion is a local San Antonio. He's been here for quite some time. Several years, in fact. As such, it has given him some attachments with the more nefarious portions of the world, particularly in the local area. He's often been involved with smuggling and weaponry and other such illegal endeavors. And it makes him very, very useful to know. Tonight, I would like to be stopping in to see him at his usual little spot hidden away. I do like dropping in on people unannounced. It's always interesting to see their faces. The surprise, as it were.
You find him in one of the usual spots that you tend to find him in. Seems to have finished up
Mr.
a conversation. Finished up a conversation with someone before you walked up. So,
Mr. Torres,
Miss-
how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Mr. Levick.
Keeping your nose clean, I hope.
Always.
Well, we both know that's a lie. I was
Yeah.
wondering if you might know something about the local area.
I know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Do you happen to know anything about La Medianoche?
How many dots in contact do you have with Mr. Torres? Two?
2.
Okay. I've been there a couple times. Why?
I was hoping you might know a little bit about the goings on there. I'm interested in learning a little bit about their business and about the lady that runs the place.
Right. So, it's your usual dive bar, they serve beer and some harder alcohol, serve up some food, has a reputation for the bouncer throwing out some, people who get into fights and things. But, the lady who runs the bar, I think her name is Isabella Castile, if I remember right. And, I don't know. She runs the place with a guy they call Theo.
Sorry, what was the name?
Theo, Tio, like Theo Lopez.
Tio Lopez.
Yeah, like the Spanish for uncle, Theo Lopez.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything else about him?
Pretty up and up, I guess. Bouncer's name is Dave.
Okay.
Aside from that, pretty regular place,
They don't have anything nefarious going on.
Would I necessarily
noticed they've
tell you
got
that, Mr. Levitt, because you're a lawyer.
I am a lawyer, Mr. Torres.
Yeah, which means you probably got the police at your beck and call. Not that I know anything like that.
Why does that matter?
I don't know.
I'm here talking to you.
Well, it matters to me because you're talking to me, and, you know, if it turns out that you're a snitch...
Jacob is going to lean in to Dion, a grin on his face. And he's going to say very low in Dion's ear, "Do I look like a snitch to you?"
Well, the suit probably belies a little bit of snitchiness. I don't know. You and I have been working together for some time. But, you never know.
And you are still on the streets, instead of being locked up in a prison.
Touché.
So, I noticed they've got a lovely little fighting ring in the back of that place.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
You're aware of it.
I've seen a couple fights.
What else can you tell me, Dion? Spit it out.
Well, used to have a king of the fighters some time back, but turns out that king may have disappeared.
Disappeared.
Yep, a hulking, big brute of a man named Benji. It's pretty close with Isabella, from what I understand. But, he's gone on and maybe got himself axed. Nobody knows. He's just gone. And there really hasn't been a
Just
king of the La
off?
Medianoche since.
Huh.
If she's the queen, she's got to have a king, right?
When did this Benji fellow disappear?
I don't know. 4 or 5 years ago.
Now, Coffee, just out of character, that was when 4 or 5 years ago. That was not long after all the shit with Urian and all that, was it?
It was a couple of years afterwards.
So a couple of years after.
Things that happened when it came to the Camarilla and Urian Doyle previously is about 7 years ago.
So he hung around for a few years.
Yep.
What else can you tell me about this Benji?
MMA. So a little bit of everything when it came to his fighting style. Think he was even going to go pro once at one point, but I don't know, something about an injury or something kept him from going big leagues. So that's where he found La Medianoche. At least as far as the legends go.
Any friends, girlfriends, the like?
I don't know. Didn't know him that much. Didn't know him that well. Not personally, anyway. Although a buddy of mine got in a scrap with him once, and didn't come out the same.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in the hospital for months.
Okay.
That's about all I
Did
know.
he receive a brain injury or something?
He's recovering. But yeah, I think so. Massive concussion, I think.
He's still recovering?
Well, not anymore. But he was recovering for a long time.
Interesting. Might have to look into this fellow. Do you know anything about anyone that Isabella may potentially know? Friends, family?
No family that I know. In fact, she did have an ex-husband once, but he disappeared too.
Ooh, juicy. What was the rumor mill around that?
Dunno.
Holding out on me, Dion.
I'm always holding out on you. It's a matter of what?
What would it take to get you to tell me more?
Double the usual pay?
Jacob is going to reach into his pocket, pull out his wallet. He's going to pull out 400. And he's going to hold it up. Not give it to him yet.
He's gonna reach for it.
Information first.
Ah, you're stingy.
I'm smart.
That one, I don't know all of the details. I don't know why they divorced or why things went the way they did, or if it was because she was, lauding over the fact that she had a new king of the La Medianoche, but I don't know the specifics of their relationship. All I know is that at one point they were together, at another point they weren't. And ever since, he started to make a little bit of trouble, and then next thing I know, she's telling me he's gone and disappeared. And that was
I need a name.
7 years back.
What was his name?
Double checking here. Antonio Castile, a doctor of some repute.
Antonio Castile. Jacob is going to tuck that 400 into the pocket of Dion's shirt. And he's going to pull out another 100 and put it in there as well. So he's just paid him 500 for that info.
Thank you.
And he will thank him and walk away.
And walk away you do.
Antonio Castile. I now have a name to go off of.
Make me an intelligence politics.
Do. No modifiers.
Unless you have specialties in Camarilla or San Antonio specifically.
Not yet. No.
Okay. Okay. So you've got 3. From what you remember of the reports that came in before Kyle Calhoun's coterie met its demise, they had acquired themselves some allies. Antonio Castile sounds like a name you're almost certain was amongst the allies of Calhoun's, but you're not 100% positive. But that's based on the reports that you got secondhand from everyone else in Dallas having spread the rumors after they made their reports. And when reports stopped coming in 7 years ago, well, nobody's heard anything since.
Interesting.
And so far as you understand, Castile is dead.
But it may be something worth looking into still. It's a piece of information that I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm surprised by how much I got out of him. Worth the money. That's all I need out of that scene, Coffee.
Okay. Let's find out. Alice, are you up to anything this week?
Well, sure. Alice has some bar business to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we start?
Well, is there anything in specific that you wanted to have happen at the bar? You did say to Andy at one point that you wanted to meet.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on at the bar. She's got to talk to Andy. She's got to talk to Jude. And she's got this industry night that she's been cooking up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we want to just do a big mishmash of that. I don't know if other characters... I'm going to just slip right out of character voice. I don't know if other characters want to pop in on this too for fun. We could just like open this up for other people to pop in as well. Why not?
Let's throw Jacob in there for funsies.
Sure.
Mox, raise
So
your hand.
this is the industry night, yes?
This is the industry night.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll pop on in.
Invite only. You've been trying to get your lawyer friends to come.
Yeah,
Exclusive friends only night.
that sounds like fun. Jacob might invite along let's say, probably Cat, because she needs a moment to breathe. And we'll invite Charles, although whether he shows up or not, I don't know.
Charles has always been a little bit of a fuddy-duddy. Not one to go out much when it comes to like to bars and things like that. CL. Menacing cats.
Cat. I don't even know where she went.
She hopped off
Behind you,
behind your chair.
There she is. Hi, honey.
Baby. Oh, baby.
Crashing the party.
Yep, indeed. Crashing the party, indeed.
Emphasis on crashing.
I don't have a token for Jude as of right now, but she is here. As your bartender.
Imagine a bartender. And you did it. There she is. She's exactly what you imagined. That's her. Wow, there she is. Yeah, so I guess before we get started, Alysse wants to pull Jude into the back or like catch up with her as she's getting stuff set up.
Yeah.
And like have a little mano-a-mano moment.
Sure.
What's the feminine version of that?
No idea. Have a girls' chat, I guess.
Yeah, but I wanted it in Spanish.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll Google it later.
Yep.
Jude, hon, you got a second?
Yeah, only a second though.
Yeah, I know. I'm really putting a lot on your plate tonight, huh?
It's gonna be that friends only thing that you wanted the whole bar closed for, so.
Well, I mean, don't you think it's important to give back to the community?
Sure. I just thought we'd be open on a Tuesday night, but you know, whatever.
Do we
You're
make
the boss.
a lot of money on Tuesday?
You're the boss.
I've got the receipts.
I'm not complaining. I'm working
Right.
either way.
Sorry, I didn't come in here to fight with you. My point was, I wanted to talk to you about something that you could help me out with.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm having a little get together with some friends of mine.
Besides just tonight?
Yeah, these are not friends. I do not know these people.
Okay.
These are just, okay. I wanted to be clear about this. These are just some schmucks from across town that I am hobnobbing it with to, create better industry security.
Okay.
We don't need to be at each other's throat all the time, is my point. In town, little healthy competition's good, but it doesn't need to be like pirate ships. It's getting through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to business.
Yeah,
Point was, I got a job for you, Jude Biddy.
And that is
great. And that this is hard to say. And that is, oh boy. know anybody who sells drugs?
Me personally?
Or anybody that knows anybody who knows anybody that you can get drugs from?
Charisma persuasion.
All right. I'm supposed to be good at that. I'm not doing very good so far. I can re-roll 2, right?
Based on that, let me look at here. You can re-roll up to 3. So you have 3 that you can re-roll.
3 it is.
Okay, so 3
Okay.
successes.
Thank you.
Look, there have been a couple of guys who maybe have tried once or twice to sell to me, but, you know, turned them down in every case. Obviously, don't do that shit, or not even drink on the job. I told him to get out and had him bounced.
You could have. I mean, you could have a little shot at work. I mean, you can have a little cheeky one. It's not that big a deal.
It is to me. I would rather be full of my faculties when it comes to my job. Diet sodas and water, that's all I get.
Diet, huh?
Yeah, she
Well,
kind
that's not
of
very fun, is it?
she kind of makes a bit of a gesture. I gotta look the part, right? Can't be some fat ass.
Yep, there's only one way to fit into that leather vest, sweetheart.
Exactly.
Right, so you might be able to find a guy, that's what you're telling me?
I could point you in a direction the next time somebody asks, but you don't want them booted?
Well, I don't really want them selling in the club.
Of course not. That's why I booted
And
him every time.
I don't. That's great. Just keep doing that. I don't want to buy from them directly either. You know, my celebrity, I can't really be connected to that sort of thing. And I just want to say, this is not the sort of thing that I go in on all that often. This is for a very special occasion.
Okay. So you want to be in on, but you don't want to be in on directly.
Can't afford it. Too much press. It's too hot.
Well, especially because that that one producer, what was her name? You told me about her the other day. Especially because you're about to go record in for a single. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, Julia. I think she's about your age too. Maybe even younger. I really hooked my saddle up to some chickens, huh?
Not that you're that old anyway.
Marry me.
That would be a conflict of interest. You're my employer.
Speaking of conflict of interest, I intend to make this a soluble situation for you, Jude. You're going into this with some considerable risk. I'm gonna make you whole. I'm gonna make sure you're paid for your services.
So you want me to be your buyer?
Just this one time.
And we're talking about like
And
what kind of quantities? Because I don't have a whole lot of upfront cash, if I'm honest.
I've got the cash. Don't sweat that, sweetie. I've got the money. If you can organize the buy, I probably need. She starts doing math on her fingers. She gets her phone out, starts using the calculator. She says, I need about 60 people's worth of MDMA, LSD, you know,
Shit.
just enough to roll for 6 to 8 hours.
Christ. That's
It's not that much.
that is
Probably
a
cost you $300.
lot. You don't know shit about shit, do you?
400, 500. It's been a few years.
You're talking maybe several thousand. We're talking about like a dealer's warehouse worth.
All right, then find me a dealer's warehouse worth.
That we're talking. Okay, look, here I was thinking that you wanted like some single night of fun and partying, but now you're talking about like 60 people's worth. Like,
It's going to be one night.
what? Now I know you're going.
Did
crazy.
you want to come? Is that your issue?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, just checking. I thought I'd be impolite to not invite you.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
Probably not.
I can't get
So,
that much
how about
in
you
less
organize
than
this
a
little
month.
deal? Can't get that much in less than a month. Well, the new moon is in 10 days. And I already promised a bunch of really important people that I would do this. So, how about instead of the 20% I was going to pay you, I'll pay you 40% of however much the buy costs. And then you just grease whatever wheels you got to do.
I'm not comfortable with this, Alice. I'm gonna
Do you
tell
want
you that,
50%?
look, I can use the money, but I don't want to get involved in that kind of shit.
She takes her hands and she pulls her to the ground gently. And she says, "What's going on? What's the matter?"
That much? You get caught with a single dose and you're going to jail for a few years. You get caught with that much, you go to jail for dealing. And when you're talking about like 50% on top of the cost and that going to me, like, first of all, I don't know where you got that kind of cash. Talking several $1,000s at least. Like,
I'm sensing a butt.
I don't want to get involved in a drug racket. If you want to start dealing, that's your business. I don't want to be involved.
She smiles tremendously. Sweetly, she laughs a little, tries not to be condescending about it. She pats her on the head, and she says, "Oh, you think I want to be a drug kingpin?"
Why else would you be asking for that much?
"Oh, sweetie, I'm gonna have an orgy."
Definitely glad I'm not going. That's not my racket. That's not my thing.
Listen, I know it's a little unusual, but I've got some friends from out of town. I never get to see them. And they have some very specific tastes.
That's great.
We don't get down like this, and we haven't gotten down like this in a long time. And
That's
I don't really even do this kind of thing anymore. But
I don't need
you
to
know what it's like. You got to just shake off the rust from time to time.
Look, I can't help you. I'm sorry. And now you're making me a little uncomfortable, so I'm gonna go.
Son of a bitch, Coffee! You promised me. What happened?
You got 3 successes. 3 successes for her to get
Some old
that
bullshit.
involved with a drug buyer that big?
I couldn't think of how many people it was. I may have overestimated.
Well,
I was like, okay, you got Jacob.
you got the several
got
kindred,
me.
you've got all of their friends, and you've got all of
You got
the
you got some other kindred.
beverages on
you got
tap.
You got one cult. You got 2 cults. You got
The quote-unquote beverages on tap for drinking purposes for our kindred fellows.
Yeah. I was like, it's got to be a pretty heavy amount. I don't know how much LSD vampires need, but it's got to be a little bit more, right?
If you intend for them to get high with the tainted blood, yeah.
Yeah, they got to get high. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were you had her
shit.
until you told her the number of people.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have her showing up with like, 6 tabs of acid.
That's not enough to go around, I guess.
I would have pushed her off the roof. I just would have done it. We'd had a dead. You would have finally got the token for Jude, and I would have pushed her off the roof.
Oh no, a dead NPC that I just created. Oh
Okay.
no, I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm done with this bitch. She doesn't get my money. Do I have any other employees I can lean on?
Well, there's a
No,
couple.
it's fine.
There's a couple other bartenders and the bouncer, but they're not nearly as close to you as Jude is.
I know. I don't want to create any more characters than her. They're a bunch of losers.
They can't get me drunk, so they suck.
They're useless to me. Man, I really thought that I could corrupt her. Oh well. Okay.
You have to try another time.
More on that. I was gonna say more on that later.
More on that later.
Okay, we did that. I guess we can do like as guests arrive, talking to them, and then we can do the other thing later in the night.
Sure. Another another one of these days during the week, the industry night goes off, and you had invited, Marjani and Ava, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're
There's them. There's the bartender from that place.
Mhm.
There's the DJ and the bouncer from Temptations.
yeah. So a variety of
There's-
people from
yeah.
those clubs on this day that.
And then hopefully, like, word has spread around to just all of the bars. Hopefully, there's
Hmm.
more than just like 6 people here.
Yeah. So there's probably a number of various industry professionals, like bouncers, bartenders, things like that end up coming to this place. None that you know specifically, or personally rather. You get maybe 1 or 2 staff members from the various clubs in town, including Temptations and what was Marchani's
I know.
bar's name?
I should have looked it up.
Eye
of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Yep, you get staffers from there. You get those 2 who come specifically. You get another couple from Club Lush.
Mac.
Mac is
Club
definitely
Lush.
here.
Of Lush. It's not Alfonso from Lush.
High or low?
High Clan High.
Okay. No, sadly, someone else.
Fair enough.
Another couple from Club Cosmo. That's on the
heard of that
north
one.
side of the city. La Medianoche. The bouncer from there ends up arriving. There's a number of different places,
Nice.
but those are the ones that stand out specifically.
So I want to talk to. Okay, so wait.
And Jacob's here too.
And Jacob's here too.
Yeah.
I wave at Jacob.
Actually,
We know that guy.
when I'm assuming I've got Catherine here with me.
Yes, Catherine can be here with me
When-
too.
When Alice waves at Jacob, he's actually going to lead Catherine on over. And say, "Evening, Alice. How are you this evening?"
Evening, Mr. Lovick. How are you this evening?
"I am fantastic. Catherine, this is Miss Alysse Drew. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a musician of sorts. Alice, this is my dear friend Catherine. She is a lawyer at the firm that I work at."
Pleasure. She holds out her hands.
She kisses it.
Are you
She
blushing?
doesn't say it. Hell no.
Okay. Cold lips touch warm skin. Pleasure to meet you.
Can I insight her?
Sure. What are you trying to find out?
She didn't react to that the way I expected her to. What does she know? What does she think?
Sure. Insight check.
Insight wits?
Yeah. She seems not to have noticed.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Jacob, it's so nice to... What the fuck was that? Jacob, Jacob, so nice to meet your friends.
That's a pleasure to bring them along. I've got to support a friend where I can. Seems you have a rather successful evening.
Yeah, I hope people are buying tonight. Kind of what this whole thing hinges on, considering we're closed to the public. Catherine, can I get you a drink? On the house, of course.
Just a beer.
Just a beer? You want a Lone Star?
Sure.
Done. Jude Biddy!
Yeah,
Lone Star over here.
coming right up. She goes to crack
Get
open
no
a bottle.
better. This bitch.
She brings over an open bottle.
Thanks, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she talks like that, but that's not how she acts.
She's gone back to the
Jacob
bar.
just gives a smile and a nod of the head, like, I might be regretting my decision at the moment.
So our coffee, are there other kindred here that I know?
That you know personally?
Yeah, that I've met. Marjani,
Yeah, Marjani and Ava have started to filter in.
oh. Even Ava. Well, Well, I guess I'll point them out to Jacob. And, ask if this is an opportune time for them to meet with, Catherine here, if I can get that point across without, pointing at Catherine.
Jacob kind of glances from this obviously rather awkward interaction over to Marjani and Isabella before looking back to Catherine. Says, "My dear, would you mind finding us a seat?"
Sure. She goes to find a table somewhere.
I told you I'd bring lawyers to see you.
She is a lawyer, and she is here. Why is a lawyer here?
I figured it was a good opportunity.
Oh, okay, right. What do I need a lawyer for?
I don't know yet, but it's always good to have
Like
one in the
you.
pocket.
All right.
Besides me.
All right, I'm gonna write her down in my BlackBerry. All right, I'll get her card later. Great. Let's go check in with the ministry.
Sure. I just imagine, like, as she says that, she's just grabbing Jacob and pulling him along. Like, let's just go
And-
check in.
And they've
Yeah.
come.
Arm
they've-
in arm.
Yeah, and they've come in with their own sort of like grouping of a couple of other individuals, among them being Mac, and the bartender at Marjani's, and they came in separately, but as soon as they recognize each other, they kind of converse for a bit before dispersing again. So they're not grouped up at the moment. They're just
I
kind
see.
of mingling on their own.
I see. So, if they're kind of just out and about, we're going to Ava.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce them now. Miss Ava.
Ah, Alice.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming to my little hole in the wall.
It's quaint.
As generous as ever.
But how are you this evening?
Well, hanging in there. This is my friend Jacob. I wanted the two of you to meet for sure.
Just out of curiosity, how much do I know about Ava?
Whatever Alice has told you.
God, what has Alice told me?
I don't know.
Okay. What can Alice keep straight? No, I mean, Alice would have told you that she's Ministry, she's Marjani's sire. I don't think she knows a whole heck of a lot more than that, if I'm being completely honest with you. They've got a kind of like little like trucy woosy going on. Oh, she. Wait, no, it's not she. It's Marjani, isn't it? Yeah, Marjani and Isabella fucking hate each other.
Yeah. So Jacob is going to offer a hand to Ava.
And she'll take it, shake it gently.
He's actually going to lean down, kiss her knuckles very gently, say, "It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, Madam Ava. I've heard so much about you. All positive."
Oh. Well, that's a first.
Surely not. Beauty like you. I'm sure you can't be up to that much mischief.
Then you must certainly know nothing at all.
Well, I hope I get to learn.
Damn, this guy being smooth.
I was gonna say, Alice is like standing there with her hands over her mouth. She is like literally, she's not composed at all. She's like, wow, that was incredible.
She's gonna laugh. Yep.
She goes, wow, Jacob, where was that? What was that fucking voice? Where was that charm when we met?
Apparently the same place that your English just went.
Eviscerating. And they call us snakes.
What can I say?
Well, it's a pleasure to
Being
meet you, Jim.
surrounded being surrounded by such, I must learn to speak as such. But it is an absolute pleasure to meet you, Madam Ava.
And a pleasure likewise.
And I'm assuming Marjani is with her in this too.
Off in the distance, they're not
She's off,
together.
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Marjani's off mingling with other people.
Ava, this Jacob fellow is the friend I told you about. that I absolutely wanted to have at the little soiree you and I are planning.
Oh, right. Right.
Along with a couple others, but they haven't resigned to join us this evening.
Fair enough. Not everyone can stomach the bar scene.
But what do you think? Do you think these digs will do for a lesser mystery?
I think so. I think you've got a pretty good setup here. You've got a bit of a stage. You've got the dance floor. You've got... Looks like comfortable seating. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to get a couple of beds in here and some more soft surfaces just on rental, but I think it'll clean up nicely.
I think so too.
Pleased to have your stamp of approval.
Well, I know that I did say that
now-
I would be providing refreshments, but was there anything else you need provided for this little shindig?
Son of a bitch. When Coffee closes the door, he opens a fucking iron trap in the floor, doesn't he? Son of a bitch, you son of a bitch. Why, yes, Ava. Let's go into my private room and discuss it.
Alright.
My office is this way, up these stairs. Careful you don't trip.
Fucking sarcasm. God damn
Jacob is just gonna like smirk and break away. He's gonna make his way back over to Catherine.
it. Who's found a table?
Because he doesn't want to be rude.
Yep.
He doesn't want to be rude. He's gonna take a seat and enjoy the night with her.
Alright, so
Mhm.
I did my level best, and I just don't know anybody who can buy drugs.
That's a shame.
But we need them.
Do you?
It's not the hour of ecstasy without it. Gate of ecstasy. You know what I meant.
Well, that simply means that the entertainment must be that much more enjoyable.
You don't have anybody that I can give like $4,000 to that can get like, I don't know, 20 tabs of acid and a dozen half moons of MDMA?
Does she have that kind of contact?
I just need some beans, Ava. Give me the
You
beans.
have some beans. Okay. Let's see. Let me check her contacts real quick. Hmm. I'm looking. No. Sadly, I don't have anyone that would serve that particular purpose. However, I do have some sway in being able to get us some good entertainment.
What were you thinking?
Sex workers. Plenty of my girls do that on the side.
Just want to get high. All right. What's that gonna cost me?
For the night, $1,000 a head.
Christ alive.
My girls deserve to be paid well.
And coffee, how many of those do you think I can afford with my 1 dot in financial or whatever for my month of money?
For your resources, you could probably afford one, and your full resources will be tied up for 30 days.
That's brutal.
You would not be able to purchase anything else.
Well, I'm not buying one sex worker. That's a bad party, man. That's like a hotel party. That's not a fucking blood orgy.
Fair.
This blood orgy's gonna suck. Okay, wait, wasn't she... Okay, wait, she's bringing her flock.
Yep, she's bringing refreshments for sure.
That's what she's giving me. That's what she's giving me. I'm gonna owe her for that.
Yep.
Okay, that's decided. So she can't give me nothing else. That's ridiculous. Well, I'm gonna have to politely decline. My finances are still tied up in other business ventures, so I'm a little cash poor at the moment.
Fair enough. Starting out is always the roughest part.
That's why I'm counting on such good friends like yours.
After you've been in the industry for a few years, you might actually see yourself in the green.
Right. So... Alright, well, this has been very productive and also deflating.
I'm sorry, there's not
Shall
much
we
more I can
rejoin
do.
the party? No, I've enjoyed this chat immensely. Was there anything else that I could do for you?
Not as of yet.
Found a way for me to repay my favor to you?
We'll talk about that later.
Fantastic. Well, until then, I remain ever in your service.
She goes to leave the office to rejoin the industry party.
Alice shuts the door with herself inside and lays down on a little couch and puts her face in a pillow and screams.
Poor Alice.
If only you had coterie mates who could help.
Then she'd be owing her coterie mates favors. Does she really want to do that?
She really wants these drugs. I don't think you know how badly she wants these drugs.
Of course she does. How much you want to bet that half of that reason is for herself?
I mean, that's part of it. The other thing is, like, she's been through this before, right? This experience is one that she was given at the start of her own religious walk, right? This is the first gate. This is the first hour. This is the first thing that you're given in the Church of Set, right? So
Tiffany made sure to run you through it.
Exactly. She's talked about this with the other characters, and I've talked about this with the other players. She called this as, like, this isn't into the house of the religion, but it is like a party on the porch. So she really wants it. It's her first time doing this. She really wants it to be just right.
Mhm.
You know?
Tiffany
That's why
definitely
it's
set a
like,
very high standard for you to follow in her footsteps.
exactly.
It's too bad she's not present in the United States, otherwise she may help you.
You just can't count on your elders.
Suppose not.
I guess she's gonna go back down and find Levit. See what he's doing now.
Yep. Seems to be sitting with Catherine. Are you just making small talk,
Cool.
Jacob, or talking specific
Yeah,
about
I
something?
imagine they're just chatting, having a good time, just
Hmm.
relaxing away from the office for one.
Right.
You know, working in the legal system, there's not a lot of time that Cat necessarily gets away from the office. So this would be one of those opportunities where they can just breathe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just seems like they're catching up, chit-chatting.
Okay. All right. So Alice is going to approach them. She's gonna like run her hand along Jacob's back playfully, and then grab his hand and pull him up to the dance floor, if he's willing.
She just like interrupts the conversation, and Jacob looks at her, raises a brow, and says, "Excuse me for a moment." And he's just dragged away.
Just
It's
full
like,
on
what the
dragged.
fuck?
Yep.
It's just like, this has come out of nowhere. And he goes with it. He just goes with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy.
He's trying. The effort is there.
Wow, Mr. Levick, you've really got the moves. Look at you go.
Ah, yes, my white man dancing.
Yeah, you can do the sprinkler now, huh? Is that what we're going with? Are they doing
this.
it? Are they doing a waltz? All right, cool. They are. Everyone's waltzing. It's got this fucking here. Mr. Levick, I am at my wit's end.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it, but I'm trying to buy something.
Ah, I see. So are you potentially asking me for a favor then, Mr.
Suppose it's better than Owen Ava again.
What can I do for you?
I do not like how he said that.
It's very sultry and seductive.
I do it. Everything in Alice is screaming to run away, but she can't. I mean, she wants to do this for Jacob more than anyone else. So asking Jacob for help makes the most sense, right? And if he can, then maybe that makes him more invested in it, right? So she screws up her courage and says, Mr. Levick, do you know where to buy Molly?
Do I know where Alice could buy Molly?
You have 2 dots in a criminal contact, and your criminal contact isn't really a specialist per se.
No,
He's a grunt.
he is indeed.
So I'm gonna say that's gonna be an intelligence, streetwise plus contact. Because you know Dion knows a guy, but does he know the right guy? Okay, there's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not Dion directly, but maybe somebody he knows. It'll cost some extra money because Dion would then be the middleman.
I might know someone who can find out.
Look, I've got around 1 band to put into this thing, and you just give me whatever you can. And yeah, I mean, I guess I just owe you one.
I could certainly take a boon for this. As he says that, he leans in and says this quietly in Alice's ear.
Mr. Levick, we haven't spoken enough on the subject. But suffice it to say, I would do whatever was necessary for the coterie. Or for you.
I am very glad to hear that, Mr. So we agree then. I will find out where you can purchase. I will organize this. And you will owe me a minor favor.
Fine.
Then we are agreed. He's gonna give her a little twirl on the dance floor, pull her back in and dip her.
You hear various claps from around the room.
When he straightens
My
her up,
heart's,
please go ahead.
if my heart still beat, it would be racing right now.
I've enjoyed the dance, Alice.
And here's to many more.
And here's to many more. With
Mr.
that,
Levick.
he will step away. And he will make his way back to Cat.
Hmm.
So I don't know what else Jacob is hoping to get out of this scene, but I had another goal here.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's appropriate to jump into that now.
Sure.
Awesome. So I want to get the skinny on the other vamp bars and maybe what's going on in them.
Okay. So doing some mingling amongst the various individuals who are here, representing quite a number of bars for the city. Go ahead and make me a let's look. This is gonna be
Persuasion to get the information out of them?
yeah, I think a charisma persuasion. As you're kind of mingling through the rest of the night.
Can I add like beautiful or anything to that?
Yeah, go ahead and add it, because a couple of people here probably would be affected by your looks. Ooh,
Nice.
that is also a messy crit, though.
That's not good.
That means that any humans here would potentially learn of your vampireness,
Cool.
which is a masquerade breach.
Not good.
Not good at all. So do you want to fix it?
How do I do that?
You can willpower reroll, and one of those willpower rerolls would be your 10.
You got it.
Okay. So your 10 will change to a 1 success, so it's going to be 3 successes for you. No, it'll change it to just a normal 4, sorry. It's a normal 4 successes. So, what you learn in kind of mingling for the rest of the night is that the clubs that kind of stand out to you a little bit in the mingling that you're doing is you meet someone who goes by the name Anna Fox. She's kind of shorter, unruly hair with the bit of a leather jacket and jeans sort of look. And this person seems to be one of the staff members of Club Lush, where you have been before. And then the other club that's represented here that you think is of a vampiric nature is Club Cosmo, because a woman by the name of Velda has told you as such, because she is here.
Cool. What was the first name of the fox girl?
Anna Fox.
Thank you.
Or just Fox, if you like.
Sure. So, Velda's told me that Cosmo is a vampire.
Well, you assume
What
is
is
that
Anna
you've
Fox
heard that
told-
name before. That's the Baron's name.
Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, okay, cool. So, okay. What I'm trying to figure out is how can I act on this?
I don't know. How do you want to act on this? What's your intention?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I understand the exact... maybe I don't understand the information exactly.
So in kind of going around and speaking with the other patrons of this party that you have invited, most of which are mortal, most of which are representing bars that are, from your understanding, a mortal ownership. these are the two that stand out to you as potentially vampire in nature. Because of the name Velda and the fact that this other is Club Lush, which is a club you've been to already.
So, okay, I got it. So what you're telling me is that the name Velda has come up in relation to Club Cosmo.
Yes.
And Anna Fox is talking about Club Lush?
Yes. That's the gist you get in this conversation.
Yep, I'm just connecting the contexts.
The other people who are here, there are the clubs and bars that you hear of are ones that you have, one, never been to before, two, never heard of before. So they might be on like opposite sides of the city, or they're just not in kindred circles so far as you know.
Sure. So, okay. So, what do I think? Okay, so I've picked this up from Anna Fox, or I'm talking to Anna Fox?
Well, do you want to have directly spoken to her, or just overheard conversation?
I mean,
persuasion check,
I'm okay with having... Go ahead.
Persuasion check usually means that you've gone up and talked to people.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured.
So.
Yeah,
Could be that you were talking to people around them, maybe not to them directly. Your choice at this moment. Your choice at this moment.
And maybe something that somebody said, teed that off in my head, you know? You know how, because the thing about this is, it's like a thing, you know? When somebody's talking about your special interest or something. So yeah, maybe if I can identify Anna Fox, I'd like to talk to her and suss out whether she's mortal or not.
Okay. And from the conversations of the people around you, they do point her out, because she looks like she is here.
She with anybody?
Nobody that you would know specifically.
Well, I mean, is she alone or is she with people?
She can be found alone. Like, somebody could walk off and go mingle with someone else.
No, I don't care either way. I just want to know whether she's here alone or here with people.
She's here with people. She's not here by herself.
I'm not going to get locked into another M situation again, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to have another Malkavian roll me up into a little fucking prognosticating burrito. Okay? I'm on the lookout for that shit. You're not gonna catch me in that shit again, Coffee. I know a weirdo when I see one, and this, I mean, Anna Fox is like ticking some boxes. So yeah. So I guess I'm waiting for her to be by the bar, waiting for a drink. I want to pop in at some point around then and just start up conversation with her.
Yeah, and it does seem that this person does imbibe drinks. So, do with that what you will.
Hi there, I'm who am I? I'm Alice. I run the place.
I'm Fox. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Fox. Where do you work at?
Club Lush.
Nice. What do you do?
Mostly paperwork.
You like a shipping clerk or?
Something like that. The club's big enough that it needs quite a number of people to do like various things.
All right. What does Lush do? Like, what's their specialty? I haven't been up there yet.
Oh gosh. How would I describe Lush? Kind of a trendy, modern, kind of in the whole hip hop variety.
Okay, right up until you said hip hop, I was starting to feel a little looked down on in my own restaurant.
Well, no,
A little
that's
bit.
not what I meant. It's that the it's not really
I'm
goth.
just kidding. Don't take it personally.
Oh, okay. Well,
So hip hop's nice.
yeah, it's nice. It's Alfonso's choice.
Alfonso.
Yeah, the manager. Kind of runs the whole thing.
Oh, I've been to Lush.
Yes, you have been to Lush. Fox doesn't
I
know
don't
that you
remember stuff.
have been to Lush.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Ooh, games inside games. Oh, I'm in her head.
Mhm.
Oh, what's Alfonso like?
He's fine. He's busy all the time, but fine. Like, it's good to work with. I don't know. That we don't cross paths all that much. I mean, we do, but we don't.
You do, but you don't.
Well, we talk about the club mostly, and then go our separate ways to do the various things. So
It sounds like a pretty normal work relationship. I don't know why you said it all weird the first time.
sorry, I just get nervous around new people.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Let me get you a shot. Jill Biddy!
Yep.
2 shots of mezcal.
Coming right up.
Damn sweet right, it better come right up. I'm so sick of this girl.
She seems to be doing fine.
You know anybody that can manage a bar?
Not anybody that's looking for a job.
Ain't that the way of it?
Bartenders I know already work for us.
Stuck with the help you got, not the help you want. Well,
She-
anyway, bottoms up.
She takes a shot and downs it.
So does Alice.
She makes a face, though.
Alice is really gonna make a face.
What kind of face are you making? The kind where you need to rouse in order to be able to imbibe alcohol?
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. What's a zero? Does that mean I get hungrier?
Yep. Yep, it does.
Cool. Really looking forward to later.
So, Um, your place is nice and serve good alcohol.
Do you drink at the Lush a lot?
Not a lot. If I'm gonna have drinks, I'm gonna normally do so by myself at home. When I'm
You drink
working,
at home by yourself?
well, drinking on the job is not professional. I mean, even in the same industry, I just I don't drink a lot. It's something that more for other people than it is for me.
That sounds pretty normal. I don't drink much either.
Yeah, fair enough.
Honestly, I spend more time in other people's bars than my own.
Really?
Yeah, I'm new to the area and I'm always trying to figure out what works here and bring it back to my bar. And
Scoping out the
I mean,
competition.
that's a little bit, sure, but I really want to make this work,
Hmm. Well, I don't really get around the whole city much. I couldn't really tell you what else goes on in the industry, if I'm honest. I'm kind of the wrong person to have been sent on this particular little thing.
Are you suggesting you were sent here?
Well, an invite got sent, and Alfonso was busy, and so was everybody else.
Are you telling me that you are the bar's proxy?
In this particular moment, sure.
That's incredible. You must be a very powerful woman.
I wish.
Clearly they have some trust in you, sending you out into the unknown wilds like this. They must have known, if not known me and my establishment, that there must have been other individuals from the industry out here, right? Rubbing elbows with me is one thing, but you're out here to rub elbows with all the rest of them. You, Miss Fox, are very important.
Well, she kind of looks around the rest of the bar. I don't know. Nah, never mind.
Well, go on, say it.
I've rubbed elbows with a few before, and I'm not very well liked. So.
Did you forget to brush your teeth?
You would think, right? That's kind of how they look at me. She looks over to Ava, Marjani, maybe a couple of other people in the room.
Uh-huh. Okay, Coffee, I got another question.
Sure.
Aside from being kindred, is there any other way to test the nature of this individual?
Based on appearances at the outset right now, she looks mortal.
Yeah, sure she does. That's how it usually works.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have some way to, like, sniff her out, like maybe Bloodhound, or maybe give me an insight check, or although for her it's going to be an extremely hard one.
Okay, so what if I have a high occult check could I surmise a potential direction to go in? Like, could I make a wits occult roll that gives me a potential testing idea?
A line of questioning to be able to ask. Yeah.
Yes.
Make me a wits occult so that you can learn what line of questioning to ask.
Nice.
Okay. Are you satisfied with 3?
No, I want more.
So you have 2 that you can willpower.
Give me more.
Okay. So 3 it is.
3 it is.
Based on what you know, when a kindred is blushing, there is still a bit of a tell when it comes to being able to sort of sniff them out. If you watch them for long enough and they don't blink, because blushing will cause you to appear mortal, but do you remember to blink? Do you remember to set your do you remember to do this and that in order to be able to control how mortal you look? Well, that isn't second nature to your brain anymore. So maybe you catch them for not having blinked too long or something of that sort. In other cases, you have heard of Thin Bloods. And Thin Bloods come in a variety of different flavors, though. They can be very vampire-like, or they can be very lifelike. They can mask themselves as being part of the Society of Kindred much easier sometimes than maybe a full-blooded vampire like yourself. And so, maybe if you were to drop some hints about yourself, maybe she'd catch on. But in this particular moment, if you drop too many hints and she understands from there, and she's mortal, well, that understanding is a masquerade breach. So, depends on how daring you wish to be about it. You know vampires do visit
honey,
Lush.
Me and Alfonso are both vampires, right? No. Yeah, Thin Bloods and food, what's their deal?
It depends.
Ah.
They can be very
Go
vampire-like.
either way with the spectrum.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. She's gonna put her hand on her chest or solar plexus, and she's gonna feign having gas, and she's gonna say, trying to put mezcal away. Honestly, trying to put anything away is so tough lately.
Oh, that sucks. Indigestion?
Immortal indigestion.
Immortal indigestion.
Oh, everlasting, I mean.
Huh. That sucks. I mean, if you need to go and take care of that, don't let me stop you.
No, I think it's passing. I'm sorry people are... Some that pass as people are not so friendly to you sometimes. You seem like a good girl to me.
Yeah, it's just... It's been like that forever, so...
The world was never fair to a lot of us. Ladies, businesswomen. We've always had to kind of make it on our own, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I tell you a secret?
Do I have to keep it as a secret?
I think it's rude to expect you to, but I think it's rude to not keep it too, right?
Well, then, we barely know each other. Why would you want to tell me a secret? You seem to get along with, them. She looks over at Marjani and Ava again. You get along with them a lot better. You seem to know them.
Little fox girl, there's a ladder. They would see me at the very bottom of it. Barely a step above you. From my vantage point, that does not put us very far away from each other. And my secret, should you share it, is not a secret at all, but one that those two know, because I have been open with them about it. And if your boss set you here to spy on me or anyone else, I don't mind if you share it with him as well. My secret, dear fox girl, is that I don't go to those bars to scope out the competition or to learn how to make my club better. Because I've done this before. This is the second or third time I've done this.
Really?
I've lost count. I go to those bars and I talk to those women for the same reason I'm talking to you. Because we all need friends.
Well, I don't have very many.
And Alice puts her hands around one of Anna Fox's hands.
She's very
She
warm.
enjoys that feeling.
Mm-hmm. And since you're blushing too, you
Goes,
are
"Ooh."
too, but
Yeah. Not quite the same though, is it?
not quite. Similar, but not the same.
She goes, ooh, sorry. Fox, I'll be your friend.
We'll definitely see. Welcome back, everyone, to San Antonio by Night Blood Gambits, Episode 8. The Coterie is up to various things during the week. One such thing is the digging of a tunnel from Mission Concepcion to wherever it leads. This trail that Dante has found himself following, leading into the earth through the walls. And by this time, several days later, the tunnel is progressing relatively well. You maybe have paused for a moment. Not that you need rest, but maybe one of the sessions of digging now needs to be reinforced by some of the planks that you have purchased. Well, not purchased. Stolen in order to reinforce things. So the reinforcing of the tunnel needs a bit of work at this point. And so, Dante and Ambush having done most of the digging, but Dante doing a lot of the direction work. So, what do you do?
My headset died, so I need you to repeat like the last 2 or 3 sentences for me, please.
Oh, I was just saying that you've gone from digging currently to reinforcing the tunnel now. As if you dig any more, you might have the whole thing collapse in on you.
Yeah, Ambush would take some of the steel and lumber then and start setting it up, making sure that it's lined up properly and that he can make it as impenetrable as he can.
And you're kind of digging down at an angle, you've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out looking for things. You do good work.
Nah. Comes from the family type stuff, it's Old man, I guess, did teach me a thing or two about a thing or two. I know how to put shit back together, destroy it, punch people, all the important stuff.
Yes, I do know about family skills. Though, mine a different kind of family.
Yeah, what was, I'm not exactly blood related to any of them motherfuckers. What was it like growing up in that sort of environment?
Well, I'm not really blood related to most of what I consider family now. It is... Well, I wasn't born part of that family, I should say. I am related by blood now. Think of it, you were in the criminal underworld with different types of organizations. Think of it somewhere along the lines of think mafia mixed with blood relations. Ties that run deeper than just business. Something that you uphold. More than profits, more than territory. Of course, those are important, but they aren't the end goal. It's hard to describe.
Ain't that the truth about a lot of things, though? You sort of, you can't really describe shit until you've lived through it. And even then, I mean, how the fuck you gonna make people relate, Just sort of how life is, I guess.
I have a hard time understanding having people and how they relate to things. What makes sense to me doesn't seem to make sense to everybody.
But ain't that the beautiful thing, though? No one's gonna understand everything. That's why different people understand different shit. That's why friendships exist, or whatever, 'Cause people are
Suppose you're
different
right.
from one another. Yeah, if we were all just the same Joe Schmo schmuck from down the street, what the fuck's the point of living? It's just... it's how shit is.
Interesting take.
Well, you seem to have like a... no offense, like a creepy air about you, but some people like that shit, It's like... you're gonna have things that people like and things that people don't like about you. You're gonna have things that you know and things that you don't know, and that's what makes you you. And people are gonna like that. People are gonna fucking hate your guts for it, Not everyone has to understand. They just have to respect it. That's sort of... at least that's what, I was told.
I suppose that's correct. I've always held respect and loyalty above most. Personal feelings can vary. As opposed to why people seem to creeped out or scared by me, I've never understood. I tried to be nice and personable. It just seems to make things worse.
Do you want the truth, or do you want, like... are you asking me to tell you why? Or are you asking me to comfort you through it?
Oh, I don't need comfort. Data and facts are more preferable.
Got this thing with the eyes, you see, it's when people smile, usually the eyes follow behind. Your eyes don't move when you smile. You got that sort of like psycho effect. You feel me? You watch one of those slasher movies before? You kind of got like that sort of feel,
That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Maybe practice in front of a mirror to see if I can change it.
A mirror of some therapy. I mean, that's what I would recommend. I mean, not that I would know anything about therapy. Not that I've ever seen a therapist or anything, which I haven't. But
I've heard therapy can be effective for some people. I don't know what I would talk to a therapist about.
well, they got tons, They got family counseling, couples counseling, individual counseling, group counseling. It's just it's one of those things you sort of pick your speed. Although I don't think couples counseling would work for you. I don't think you're seeing anyone. Family counseling, that would imply that that's a whole other practice. It's like one-on-one or group would probably be your best bet. Although you in a group, well, actually, maybe that would make you a little more suitable for that, because then you'll be hearing other people's experiences. Maybe want to open up about your own or some shit like that. I don't fucking know how that shit works. I've just seen this shit in TV,
Might be interesting. So what families did you work for before you came this?
Oh. Well, the guy who created me, he actually worked for your people, if I remember correctly. Calcetta, Hernandez, all that fun stuff. I don't know exactly how much of that I could really delve into without it becoming like a big thing, but I'd already been doing some work. Apparently I did enough of a good job that they lured me out to my lonesome, and well, points to his general being.
Do you know anything about Don Hernandez and what happened to him?
That is a good question, Coffee.
That would be an intelligent streetwise on your part.
It's not a very great pool for me, given my intelligence. But that's 2.
Okay. You know that whatever happened, it was quiet. Under the radar. Nobody knew that a hit that a hit had been put out on him. Nobody knew who attacked him. Supposedly, they ended up getting the person who was responsible, but some anarch chick, assassin, was the person who went after him, who supposedly went after him. They offed her, and well, that's the last you heard of anything.
Well, I heard it was quiet. I heard some, supposedly some anarch assassin, sort of put him down. Not a whole lot, though, of else. I heard it was clean and done quickly. Like, right under everyone's fucking noses, it's just sort of fucking happened.
If you hear anything more or know anybody that we can find out more, I could use that. I would owe you one.
To be frank with you, that might be one of those things that not a lot of people are going to want to talk about. Like, I'm used to sort of, getting the exposition, being the guy that just sort of stands there and looks scary, but like, even then, there's going to be things that people aren't going to want to exposit to their fucking enemies over.
Well, if we find out anybody that knows things, there are ways of making them talk.
Yeah, I got 2 things to make people talk, and he sort of bumps his fists together, taking like a bit of a break from reinforcing this thing to do that. But
I think if we find out anybody, that we could make a great pair.
Yeah, between your looks and my beautiful face, I'm sure we could, couldn't we?
Yes. And Dante's just, as he's, this whole time that they're talking while he's reinforcing, Dante's literally just moving the dirt that he's been digging out, just trying to help. He can't really do anything other than direct him and keep the site clear.
Make a wit awareness.
Beats awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But I get an assist.
Don't have awareness.
So that's a
I'm
no.
I'm a big dumb man. I don't have awareness.
Are you satisfied with 2?
Since this has been new days, has my willpower come back?
Since this session is kind of back to back a little bit, no, I'm not. I'm doing that at the end of the week.
Okay. I'll reroll.
Only slight difference for this one, yeah.
Nope. I only took.
Okay. Continue.
Thinking about it though, I don't know if you're interested, but there might be a spot in you and what I'm trying to build.
Oh yeah, you're trying to build something up here?
Someone has to take over for the Dawn.
Oh shit! You're talking about sitting on the ivory. Well, no, that's the other one. You're talking about sitting on the black throne. Okay. No, wait. Also, different term. Hold on. The throne. We'll just call it the throne.
I don't know if you would be interested, but I'm going to try to unite and cement a place. The underworld here.
You bring me work, I'll do it.
That's simple enough.
Gotta get me that job security though. You know, I said sort of the only thing I really know how to do is bust people open, and I mean, if that's something you're gonna need, I mean, I'm your guy for it.
Having an ally that is capable is definitely a boon. And I'm sure that with what I'm going to do, there will be no shortage of work.
All right, you let me know when that work starts.
We'll be going around meeting people. If you're interested, you can start by just being the scary man behind me.
I've been told I'm pretty good at doing that, so, you know.
Yes, this is definitely one of your strengths.
And to be fair, Ambush, you probably already know someone who is looking to gun for that throne too. Alfonso
Perhaps.
Tucci.
Toichi. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I do. Shit.
He's gunning for that position too.
Image thinks for a moment. You might have some competition.
I'd be surprised if I didn't. Someone that you know.
Perhaps.
Is it someone that can be brought into the fold or perhaps brought to heel?
Nah, I wouldn't suggest trying to bring him to heel. Fold, maybe. Offer him enough money, I bet he'd probably do just about fucking anything, but he's gonna want to be on the top.
From what you know, Ambush, he's already a pretty top guy.
He's been doing this shit since he was 16. He's about late 20s right now. I've lost track. He's
Is it someone that I know?
he's a force, so that depends. How many youngsters in this business do you know?
I know many. I've had to deal with all kinds. What is his name?
As much as I would love to tell you that. I don't think I can at the moment. I think I'm gonna have to see if you're actually serious about this shit. I have to start seeing some fucking progress before I start giving you names.
Suppose that's fair. We'll be dealing with some of this later this week. Be bringing 2 gangs under my fold if the things work out correctly.
Yeah, what gangs those be, huh?
What are the gang names?
I purposefully have not made any.
Gang A and Gang B.
Ah, those are some creative names. I don't think I ever heard
They're placeholders.
those sorts of names before.
Yeah, they're
Placeholders? They don't have names?
Yeah. No, because God hasn't given them a name yet.
Look, I'm not referencing real life. We're not giving them names.
We can make up fake names. Fine, hold on. Gang name generator.
Damn it.
It was just like slow, like just starts blinking at Dante as he just whips out his phone. I'm kidding.
This is not happening in character.
I figured.
Alright. One's the pillagers and one's the forsaken.
Oh, the
Okay.
Forsaken and the Pillagers. Jesus, okay.
Alright.
Those names certainly get the fucking point across. Damn. Okay. Yeah, like I said, maybe when you start making some more moves and shit, I'll cough up. But me and the kid are sort of close, so you got to forgive me. Be a little cautious on that one. All right.
I would rather not do things hostile. Much rather forge friendships and allies.
It's not you I'm worried about.
What are you
Well,
worried
hopefully
about,
it doesn't
kid?
crash.
You hear a voice from behind you.
Is it
Well,
my?
turn.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I turn.
You see a rather gaunt-looking individual. Wrinkled skin, almost very similar to Ambush. Very sparse hair. What is there is long and kind of dripping almost in sewer water. Kind of hunched over, long, gangly arms. Leaning up against one of the supports that you've put up in the tunnel.
He just looks at his arms. He's like, "Did you build this tunnel? Is that why this tunnel is like super easy to dig?"
What?
Sorry. I'm just like, what? No, never mind. That was gonna be a real question. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Dante's just gonna walk up.
You haven't been keeping your mouth shut this entire time. Kind of loud. What are you worried about, kid?
What? You just want me to start fucking expunging like criminal fucking enterprise business in front of you now?
Well, I don't expect you to, but if you're willing.
Are you a fucking cop? Or like what kind of fucking who starts a conversation like that?
This is how I know you're a baby.
Not just a baby, I'm a big baby.
I can tell. Dismal. That's
Would that name mean
Yeah.
anything?
Ambush has heard it before.
Oh, have I?
Yes.
Okay, where have I heard this name before?
Wilson talked about him. Briefly,
Oh,
in passing.
oh boy. Okay. What did he say about him? Because I forgot.
You mentioned him in passing because you caught Wilson. You know that somebody else had scurried away. And something about this mall wasn't going to let him lift something down.
Okay.
But only briefly. Didn't tell you much more about him.
Would I know anything about this person?
Your circles, when it comes to comparing the two of you, don't really mesh a whole lot. But give me an intelligence streetwise.
I do have Streetwise, so if you want, insist on that.
Can I?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay, so that's 4.
pretty good.
I'm running out of willpower since we can't going a whole week without it.
Yeah. About Dismal specifically, you don't know enough. This is also the first time that you've met him. Or even heard of him, for that matter. Since he's Nosferatu, you can make some assumptions. Maybe he has criminal connections, maybe he doesn't. But you don't know enough.
So what is it that you want with us tonight?
I was just coming down here to see who was digging a fucking tunnel. You aren't exactly quiet.
Oh, going through concrete isn't exactly a quiet thing.
No, and since this tends to be Nosferatu turf, you're digging without permission. Just wondering where you're going. In a not-so-hurry.
He's going to point to the hole. We're going that way.
What for?
Why on earth would I tell you that?
Well, because, you know, I could go and tell the Baron that you've been digging around in his domain when I know very little about the two of you. And he doesn't like intruders. In fact, he has a very distinct hatred for intruders, so what are you doing down here?
Looking for something.
What are you looking for?
Nothing you can see.
Making a lot of assumptions about me there, boy.
I want you to take one good look at our friend here, and he just like motions over to Dante. Do you see how fucking creepy this guy is? Do you want to see the shit this man sees?
Yeah, that creepy face is a non-issue. It does
As expected
answer
for a
my
Nosferatu.
question.
I mean, that was a big implication with what I said. You just have to tear it apart first.
The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what we're doing. It matters is what you want.
That's what I've told you. I want to know why you're down here. I want to know what you're looking for. I want to know why you're headed underneath downtown. That's the direction you're going.
Oh, please, we just met. Let me hear all of your secrets too.
Nice try. I mean,
You're a Nosferatu. You are in the business of information. Information is wealth and power. Why would I give you that for free?
Because you're an intruder. And I could, like I said, get the Baron down
Be a
here.
snitch. Yes, you could be a snitch.
I am a snitch. It's what I do. I find things out. I tell the Baron. Or, you could just end up disappearing. Because the boogeyman might come and get you.
I'm gonna walk over to him and just place my hand on his shoulder.
Do not touch me.
And I'm gonna lean down, squeeze. It's gonna be a bit too hard. He's like, I think what my friend was trying to tell you here, you see, is that we ain't got no fucking reason to tell you anything. And if you don't start telling us maybe some things that we could know, then you're not getting anything. And I'm gonna try to physically menace this man.
Okay.
And I'd like to assist because I'm implying and creepy and all that.
Okay.
Because I'm physically touching him, I get to do strength. Because my hand is just
Yep, a strength intimidation.
I believe violence is heavily implied in this situation.
I think so, yes.
All right, let's rouse. That's beautiful.
Oh, this is going in a certain way. So let's see what happens.
All right, strength. Let me just make sure I got it right. Strength. Okay. And I got willpower to spare.
Okay.
7.
Okay. He raises his gangly hands in a bit of a, all right, sort of a motion. He's not indicating that he is intimidated by you, but he's acknowledging.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is that you continue down this road, you're gonna end up dead. That's all.
Okay.
It's not my word.
But are you gonna be the one saying the thing?
You're gonna run into him eventually. What do I have to do about it?
Okay. Let's. Me and my friend here are capable of hailing that when it comes to that. But let's just not make it come out of your mouth. Capiche?
I don't have to say a damn word. He already knows.
Ah. Well. Ambush will smile.
The ghost of San Antonio comes for everybody who doesn't fall in line. So I don't have to do shit. You're headed right for him.
Oh, is he down here?
Pretty certain you'll run into his tunnels eventually.
Maybe he'll understand the weird ugly man doing backflips in my brain when I start punching at concrete.
Maybe. Just saying. I'll leave you to it. You gentlemen have a pleasant rest of your night. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yes. Same to you. Sorry about almost crushing your shoulder. I have really big hands, and I don't know if you can tell. I was sort of born with a thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't get this tall without some sort of fucking genetic disaster happening in the womb, you know.
And here I thought it was because of your sire.
He just sort of he's nah, he's about and he just about Hacksaw's height, and it's not even halfway up his chest. I doubt it came from him. You see how short this fucking guy is?
And who would that be?
Oh my god, we just started talking about not talking about shit, and now you're asking me more questions. Oh my god. He just fucking puts his hands in his head.
Cousin to cousin, you should know. How come I'd never seen you before? Usually I know
Oh, you see,
one of our cousins who enters into the city, comes and greets the rest of us.
We have a whole fucking tradition for that?
Tradition?
Holy fuck. Like a family thing. I didn't know that there was a family thing. Oh my god, I was not taught anything by anything about my entire fucking clan. Holy shit. Oh my god, he failed me.
And yet you mentioned that you know your sire. You're not an abandoned little dog.
Well, obviously he didn't fucking teach me anything.
What is he, Sabat?
I
A
what are
loner?
those?
Autark?
Lo- I mean, he didn't like people very much. Although, well, he's just sort of looking at him, just like tilts his head and looks to the side. He's like, I also don't know what that last one was. That's actually the first time I've heard that word before.
I'm just going to look at Dismal. You identified him as a baby. Are you really surprised at this moment?
At the very least, a newbie who is sired by any Nosferatu of any repute informs you of your cousin-to-cousin bonds. Well, I've wasted enough of my time here. I've got other things to be doing, like closing off your tunnel.
Oh, you're gonna close it.
You're welcome to stay down here indefinitely. I'm not going to stop you from progressing forward if you so desire.
But you're gonna stop it. You're gonna cut it off.
I might.
I'm just going to look at Ambush. And kind of tilt my head.
And he's going to start walking away.
I want to see... Is Ambush picking up what I'm putting down right now?
You haven't said the word.
I'm going to walk up behind Dismal. And I'd like to put my hand on his face.
He's going to attempt to dodge you.
All right, so we're going to do the. I want to do this
Yeah,
in
but
real
you
time.
didn't say the word. You didn't say the word. I didn't know.
I wasn't there for the word. That was a scene with Jacob. Thank you very much. I don't know the word.
Oh.
Actually, make sure I can do a thing.
I'm going to rouse for this too.
Oh my.
Dodge looks like. See if I have to re-roll this.
Okay, so no. Okay, and he is going to willpower. So
Meets it beats.
5 to 5. So you are able to grab him, but you aren't able to grab his face, as that is a called kind of a called thing. So you are able to grab a hand of his, but he is remarkably fast.
Oh, if I willpower, could I try to get his face?
Yes, you'd have to beat it by at least 3, though.
Well, let's see.
You would have to roll
Right.
3 successes or a crit. No.
No.
But you
Oh,
should
well.
beat him, though.
You've got a hand on him, though. And
Then
he's
I'm
he's,
going
he's
to-
closed from head to toe, by the way.
So I got a hand on him. His hand, though, you said?
Yeah, like his hand or wrist.
Okay. Then I'm going to use Touch of a Blow.
Oh, shit.
That means I think he just takes 3 aggravated damage.
Oh boy.
You gotta make a rouse check for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes
so you're
sense.
not any hungrier.
2 levels of aggravated damage as well as a crippling injury.
Oh, is it? I thought it was.
I'm looking at it
That's
right
what I
now.
have. Yeah, I gotta look it up again. I had 3 wrote down.
So his crippling injury will be that his hand that you have grabbed will completely just go to ash and fall off. Which also means that you do lose your grip on him, though.
An ambush
That'll
is
help
gonna
ambush.
And
ambush
he's
is gonna
running.
come up from behind. I'm running after him.
Okay, make a dexterity athletics. Because he's also doing so.
All right, this is worth it. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, I'll willpower that. Nope, I don't think I get him.
Nope, he is much faster than you.
All right. If that's the case, I'm gonna try to pick a rock up and just throw it. I'm gonna aim for his head.
Okay. Another dex athletics.
Yeah, that would be Dex, although I was hoping if it was a big enough rock, I'd just be able to fucking yeet it, but that's fair.
You've been clearing out all of the dust and rocks around here, so even the size of this one is pretty small.
So, given that I had a map and I've had time to do it, could I go and try to cut him off?
You don't have a way to get around him to cut him off. This is a straight single line tunnel. He's still running up towards the exit that you all created.
It's gonna be 3 for me.
To chuck a rock at him? Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see if he can dodge. Yeah, he's dodging it. He's not stopped.
All right.
Because you stopped also to pick up a rock and throw it at him, he's that much farther
Yeah.
ahead of you. He's going to escape.
Even if I start giving chase now.
Even if you start giving chase, you can't catch up. Not with the rolls that you've made.
Okay. Fuck. Shit.
And by the time you even get to the end of your tunnel, he's gone in a direction and you've lost him.
Okay.
I thought that Ambush would have a chance to grab him before he started running, because he didn't have it.
Yeah, I didn't get an action until after the fact, yeah.
Yeah. So
'Cause he
that's
was-
what I was planning on.
Yeah, because he was already turning to leave when you grabbed him, Dante. And so when you melted his
Yeah.
hand off, he was just gonna dart. Which was all he was doing. He wasn't fighting back at all.
Yeah, like I said, I thought ambush would get an action too, so. Oh well. That's what I was trying to set up with the plan and giving him a look before I went over and did it. So that we could try to ambush him.
Yep, ambush apparently didn't catch on.
Okay.
That's why Velocity was telling you didn't tell the word, didn't say the word, didn't give an indication. The look, yes. You would have been able to give him a look. But what that look meant would have required a roll. Also.
Oh. Okay. Can he get that roll then? To see if he could have acted?
In the future, but we're not retroactive. We're not retroactive doing anything like that.
Okay.
I apologize. It's something that we're just gonna move on. But you heard him. It's just unfortunate he got away. So what do you want to do?
Go back to digging my tunnel. He's out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
They already know we're here, so why stop now?
Alright. I think in that case, we'll go ahead and call the session for tonight. And when we come back, we'll find out what more you all get up to after the weekend. Because the next time we come back to meet these kindred, it'll be Saturday, the 7th of February. Thanks for playing, guys.
Fuck. Oh no!
Oh,
Ah!
why are you screaming, Mox? Why are you screaming?
I remember Dismal.
Screech.
Ah! Although I do kind of feel bad for him.
Why? He's a cranky
Didn't he
Nosferatu.
lose a child to us
To Benji, yep.
in the past? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I remember Dismal. I remember him very well.
Well, thank you guys so much for playing. Appreciate
you.
y'all.
Thank you for running.
You getting coffee?
Yeah. Well,
Oh man.
thank you guys. Let's go ahead and get the poll going for our audience who would love to vote on their favorite for the session for tonight. But what'd y'all think? Did y'all have good time?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So, let's talk about our stains, because Dante had one from his Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Only the one, though, right? For Touch of Oblivion, yeah, he didn't accrue one for this Touch of Oblivion, so he's good. So,
It's remorse, right?
yep, remorse roll. You have successfully staved off the darkness, whatever ick that was left on your hand has dissipated. And you are just fine. Maybe feeling like you got a little too close to the darkness this time around, but well, that's par for the course. So let's talk about some experience. So everybody gets their 1 for showing up to the session today. Yay! The audience favorite is being voted upon, but let's talk about who moved to the plot, who had our best scene, and who had our best line from tonight. So, who was our plot mover?
That one's a bit hard. I'm gonna say Ambush and Dante for that last scene, because
Yeah.
oh my god, the things that are gonna come up because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping to just put him down.
Dude,
Hey.
even if you put him down, holy fuck, there was gonna be some stuff come up because of that.
Yeah.
Whether
like
got
I,
away or
I
got put
remember
down.
that character.
Dead kindred does not a problem solve.
Well, depending.
Like,
Depending
Who
on
said
which
he's dead?
kindred, but yes.
Yeah, who said he's dead? Where'd he go?
he's not dead.
He's not
Yeah.
dead. Yep.
No, he's not dead now, but
But if dead, it's like, who says he's dead? He's just gone. I've been picking up.
He's not Ferratu.
Knots have a habit of disappearing, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna say plot mover on that last scene between the two characters. Maybe more Dante, because Dante was the one that made the move.
Fair enough. Anybody else have any thoughts?
I'll give it to Dante, not just for that last one, but the investigation earlier on.
Yeah, I'll give it to Dante.
Okay. So 3 for Dante, 4 for Dante. Fair enough. Dante, you get it. Who was our best scene?
I'm throwing mine in there for trying to intimidate the fucking bed.
I'm gonna give that to Alice.
Oh god, I'm so.
Any particular scene?
I'm tossing up.
It's tough because they're all so good.
Just that the entirety of the like the club stuff, like the zombie stuff. I'd say.
Yeah.
I like the whole tunnel scene though.
Dante and Ambush getting to know one another, being bros. And being interrupted by being in doing so, but
You know,
Trying to figure out how to like
bed.
deal with that together. You're voting for the bed.
I'm voting for the bed. It was just fucking funny. I mean, just Squatch standing there confused, just holding a knife to the bed like, I'm going to intimidate the bed. Why are we intimidating an inanimate object here?
Well, Jacob,
TJ's
you were the
last
audience
vote.
favorite. Yep.
I don't know. Okay, I'll go with the bed because that was funny.
He's trying to be helpful. It's not working out, but he's trying.
So that's 3 for Squatch then?
Yep.
Squatch has earned his.
Like it.
Yep.
Squatch has earned it.
Jacob, you're the audience's favorite tonight.
Oh, thank you. They love me. They really love me.
Yeah. The best line.
It's not that much. Fucking Amber. Alice Alysse about the drugs. It's not that much.
I just want
wanted
to get high.
Oh, honey, no, it's an orgy.
I don't want to be a drug kingpin.
I'm guessing everybody's voting Alice for some shit that came out of her mouth at some point.
There were some zingers. There was some definite good ones coming out of Alice today. Amber, you're great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Alice, Alice gets the vote for the favorite line. Well, since that's everything that we have to do as far as experience goes, and you all have resolved your stains, I don't think there's anything else that we have to do in that regard. So, I think we're going to call the session for tonight. And, yeah. More to come. These kindred have only just begun their investigations into whatever happened to the War Baron of San Antonio and what will transpire as a result of tonight's endeavors. We'll find out more. We do post the VODs on YouTube, so if you did miss anything, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. We're still trying to get more and more subscribers, so come on down and watch the VODs. Post notifications and everything on Discord, so definitely check that out as well. If you are watching on YouTube and you haven't come and followed us on Twitch, you should, because that's where we record these live. So thank you all so much for watching, and so say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
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 Night.